Did you ever notice that in the mission where Michael goes after the tennis instructor, the vehicle he uses, supposedly belonging to a contractor, has McGill Usen written on it? This small detail hints that the so-called contractor might actually be a FIB spy. That's because in other FIB missions we see them using the same disguise. It's a tiny detail, but it could completely change how you interpret that scene. In today's video, I'm going to show you 30 incredible curiosities about GTA 5 missions. All of these missions have hidden details or references that easily go unnoticed the first time you play, so hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. I'll be showing these curiosities in the order of the game's missions, so pay close attention because there's a lot of cool stuff you might have never noticed before. The first curiosity that I'm going to be showing you is the prologue, and it already has several curiosities by itself. Going here to the left into the maintenance room or Silverland, we see that this door would have been used in the beta version. Not exactly this door, but this room, and for some very strange reason Rockstar ended up removing it. However, with the help of a no-clip mod, you can enter and see that the scenario inside is very complete with cameras and everything. You can tell Rockstar invested time here, and it's curious to think about what this would have been used for. The second thing here is that the heist very likely happened close to Christmas. Besides us being able to see a tree here and several Christmas lights not just in the bank but in some parts of the city, we can also see some little cards with messages referring to Christmas. I'm sure you didn't notice this. The third thing is the following: the cops are not very smart here in this mission. In reality, they're kind of dumb. Their mechanics, their functionality are kind of broken, and the only way they'll go after you is if you shoot at them. If not, just stop the car in front of them and they'll stay there doing nothing. It's honestly pretty funny, guys. The fourth thing is that there is an alien frozen under the bridge. You just need to come here and take a quick look. You have to be quick because the mission will fail, but no problem, you just restart where you left off. And arriving here, guys, you'll see a frozen alien. Everyone knows that Brad ends up dying right at the beginning of the game, but actually the shot he takes was meant for Trevor. At the moment Dave takes the shot, Brad unknowingly passes in front and ends up getting hit in the chest instead of Trevor. The initial idea Michael had was to kill Trevor since he is stronger and much more vengeful than Brad. In the mission Franklin and Lamar, when we arrive to steal those two vehicles at the beginning of the game, if for some reason you don't drive off right away, you'll see that the owner of the vehicle will show up to fight with you for stealing his car. Then you can hit the guy or not, no problem, the mission doesn't fail. But this is a detail that most people didn't notice. Another thing here is that when we pass by the movie studio, you can see several humans dressed as aliens, and that's fine. The weird thing is that they look exactly like the alien frozen under the bridge in the first mission. I just keep wondering how they know exactly what the aliens look like. Another thing is that it's almost impossible to beat Lamar during the race that happens in the second mission of the game. However, there's an easy trick to overtake Lamar at the end of the race. When he's entering that part after leaving the parking lot, just take a right and drive straight under the FIB and Union Depository buildings. That way you'll pass him quickly, even if you're behind during the entire race, where the game is clearly cheating, making Lamar hit like 500 miles per hour. In the mission where we go to retrieve a motorcycle in Vagos territory, there's an old guy talking about someone called Lord Zaffo. Apparently this Lord Zaffo is supposed to be some kind of god who helped with the development of human agriculture and other things.
I think this crazy motherfucker wants something. Hey, what's up, homie? You alright?
No, wait from me! We're for Zaffo agents!
Yeah, you thought I was gonna hit your bitch ass, huh? Drunk ass nigga.
What's crazy is that Ron, Trevor's friend, seems to be a follower of this, because he talks a lot about Lord Zaffo on the game's radio stations. It's really wild. Another very interesting thing is that after you shoot the vehicle and it explodes, you can simply go to the right and you'll catch the guy riding the motorcycle as he passes. This way you don't need to keep chasing him around, just turn right, wait for him to come out, shoot him, and steal the motorcycle with no hassle. It's super easy. Another cool and interesting thing is that we can't buy the personal vehicles of the main characters. However, in the mission complications, we can grab a car that's basically identical to Michael's personal car in the game. This option doesn't exist for the other characters. I honestly don't see any reason why Rockstar didn't allow us to do this, but it's definitely something to think about. Another interesting thing here is that when you go to Michael's house, Jimmy isn't actually playing the game that appears on the TV. It's just a trailer. If you take out your phone, go online and search for R. Slater or something like that, you'll see the exact same trailer that's playing, showing what Jimmy is supposedly playing. Plus, if you use a silenced weapon and shoot the TV, it will stop working, but Jimmy will still act like he's playing normally. This is different from when you shoot other electronics in the house, because in those cases, Jimmy realizes what happened. And if, in this same scene, you listen to the conversation Tracy is having with her friend, you'll notice something pretty messed up. Jimmy has apparently jerked off thinking about some of Tracy's friends. Tracy says this while cracking up laughing during her conversation with her friend. Check it out for yourself.
Oh my God, seriously? My brother is such a homo. I think he has a medical problem. Like more medical problems than the ones he's already been diagnosed with. Mental ones. Seriously, penises are not meant to be that small. I'd fucking know, right? I've seen enough of them. It's probably because he's so fat. I still love him though, sort of. Well, the other day, I walked in on him and he was jerking off over pictures of my friends. No, not you. The hot ones, Lauren and Lisa. No, I didn't mean it like that. You're beautiful and interesting. It's just that, you know, guys they just don't get you. Hello? Hello? Fuck. Whatever. Bitch.
If you take Michael to another location after he ambushes you during the repossession mission, there's a scene where Michael calls you an idiot and even hits you in the head with a gun. A lot of people miss this, so check it out.
Shit, man, with traffic and all, this way is fast.
Don't move, kid.
After finishing the mission, you can still have a special dialogue with Michael if you find him on the street at some point. In this conversation, they kind of apologize to each other and even agree to grab a drink together.
Hey, man. Weird seeing you here. Oh, hey. Look, I'm sorry you got in trouble with your boss.
You know, I'm sorry I broke into your house.
Yeah, you're sorry you got caught.
Nah, actually I ain't. You know, one door closes and that shit.
All right, I'll tell you what, let's have a beer sometime.
Yeah, for sure, dog. I'll look you up.
And if by chance they meet again, a new dialogue will play, but it's much shorter.
Hey, Mike, you stalking me or what?
You're cute.
Hey, man, I was just on the way to handle some stuff.
Look, I'm just...
Maybe I'll see you later, all right?
Who you calling a bitch?
See you soon then, man.
In the marriage counseling mission, we chase the tennis coach using a car that supposedly belongs to a contractor working on Michael's house. The strange thing is this. If you look closely, you'll see McGill Olson Construction written on the side of the vehicle. This raises the possibility that this contractor might actually be an FIB spy. This theory holds up because in the Three's Company mission, where we save Mr. K from the IAA building, they use a van with the same McGill Olson logo to transport Mr. K. So the guy could just be a regular contractor, but it's also possible he was spying on Michael because of the deal he already had with the FIB earlier. Another interesting detail is this. In the mission where we have to catch D, who speeds away on a bike, Lamar comments on Franklin's special ability.
Come on, homie, concentrate on the road. We heavier, use that momentum and shit.
What's curious is that Lamar is the only person in the game who talks about the special abilities of the characters since he mentions them in a few scenes. In that same mission, we use Chop to track down D, but along the way, Chop stops for a moment to pay attention to a female dog off to the side. I don't even know who this dog is, but anyway, if you kill her, the mission doesn't fail. This is actually used as a speedrunning technique by many players because it saves a lot of time. Normally, you'd have to wait for Chop to finish, watch the cutscene, and continue the mission, which can take forever and gets annoying. Another curiosity happens during the father-son mission. If you start throwing Molotov cocktails at the boat while Franklin and Jimmy are still on it, even if you hit them and they catch fire or fall off the yacht, they won't be affected. They'll simply reappear in their original positions without any damage. This likely happens because during the mission, you're supposed to shoot at the boat, and this could accidentally kill the characters. So Rockstar added a temporary invincibility mechanic to prevent the mission from failing too quickly. It's a pretty clever design choice. This mission is also the only one where you can fit 3 people into a 2-door car. This happens because instead of Jimmy getting into the car normally through the non-existent rear doors, he just falls over and lands directly in the back seat. It's something that makes me wonder why this isn't a regular mechanic in GTA 5. Another interesting thing is this. If you fail to pick up Franklin after saving Jimmy in the mission, a secret cutscene will play where Michael gives Jimmy a massive scolding.
Ah, Dad, don't be all butthurt. At least you got me out of there.
You listen to me, you little shit. That kid just jumped off the hood of a moving car to save your ass, and now he's gone. And so's my boat!
Now, if you pick up Franklin and somehow use a mod to reach the boat before it escapes, either with a turbo mod or no clip like I used, you'll notice something curious. The truck pulling the boat accelerates absurdly fast, almost impossibly so. After a while, the truck simply disappears. The boat keeps moving on its own as if dragged by some supernatural force. After a few minutes, it stops at a specific point on the map, and if you look away and then back at it, the boat will have already disappeared and the mission will auto-complete. This proves that it's impossible to catch the truck or stop the boat from following its route. At the end of the mission, when we need to repair Amanda's car, if you start tuning the vehicle, Jimmy makes some really funny comments about his mom. He says absurd things, like Amanda using the car to pick up younger guys or going after adventures. It's complete nonsense. I'll show the cutscene.
My mom always says she wants some more, like, aggressive lines on this thing. Toy boys gonna flock to my mama in this ride. My mama's car had almost as much work as my mama. Power equals pussy. Or maybe like penis, in my mom's case.
During the Daddy's Little Girl mission, we have to take Jimmy to the bike rental shop to rent a bike and continue the mission. An interesting detail is that if you drive recklessly, Jimmy starts complaining and yelling at you, spouting several funny lines.
Yeah, my jam. You're driving like a psychopath, Michael. Do you realize that? Or are you so high on your own outmoded sense of masculinity that you think this is normal?
Shut your pie hole. I think we'll both be happier if we can spend as little time in this vehicle as possible.
God, you think I've got learning difficulties, huh? Take a good long look in the mirror, pal. I'm not the one who doesn't respect my fellow human beings.
No, not unless they're a spick or a Jew boy or an ass-munching homo.
Oh.
Plus, here's something most people missed. If you pay close attention to the rental shop attendant's t-shirt, you'll see it has a wallpaper of John Marston, the protagonist of Red Dead Redemption. This is a clear Rockstar Games reference to Red Dead 1, as it's the exact same wallpaper used on the game cover and in various promotional images on the internet. Another cool point is that after rescuing Tracy on the yacht, we need to escape the goons through the Vespucci beach canals. However, this isn't mandatory. You can stop the jet ski and simply kill the two pursuers. Of course, Tracy will get furious, complaining about how you killed them and how awful it is.
Daddy, you just killed him!
Maybe he's just injured.
You killed them! Oh my god, this isn't happening!
Take a deep breath.
If you choose not to kill them, you'll see some posts on Life Invader made by the two about the incident. In the friend request mission, we need to buy a new outfit before invading Life Invader. What many people don't know is that if you return to the clothing store after completing the mission, this doesn't work when replaying it, there's an additional dialogue. The store clerk asks Michael how the interview went, and a really interesting and funny conversation happens about what went down.
How did the interview go?
What? Oh, yeah. That didn't work out so good. I don't think my air guitar was good enough.
It must be awful having to beg for an entry-level job at your age. I'd say you could get a job here, but they literally don't employ anyone over 25, and nobody overweight. It makes me so sad and depressed for my own future. Do you have kids?
I got a son and a daughter. Not that much younger than you.
It's them it's the hardest on. Our generation was promised so much.
Right.
I don't know why I even bother. I barely make enough to buy weed, let alone pay.
This extra detail highlights Rockstar's attention to small interactions in the game. Another interesting thing still in this mission is that when you're upstairs in the Life Invader office, you can see Jay Norris sitting at one end of the table as if he's participating in a meeting before the big announcement of the company's mobile device. Even though it looks like a live event, the Life Invader broadcast is actually pre-recorded. This becomes clear if you go to the location where the event is supposedly happening. When you get there, you'll see that no one is present. The decorations aren't set up, and Jay Norris isn't there either. This confirms it's not live, as it would be impossible for him to arrive there before you, especially if you flew directly by helicopter. Another curiosity is that if you don't call Jay Norris during the crucial moment of the mission, it will fail. The reason is that Jay Norris was already expecting a call, but obviously not from you, rather from his team. If you don't make the call, he'll comment about the delay, and the mission will be marked as failed.
At around this point in my presentation, there was meant to be a call from my product team to introduce the device. But we're experiencing some technical difficulties. I hate to keep you waiting any longer, but trust me, it's worth it. And don't worry, I will fire several people for this.
And guys, everything I shared here is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to GTA 5 Curiosities. By clicking on the video indicated by the arrow, you'll check out all the differences between the GTA 5 trailers and the official released version. And trust me, it's insane. And that's today's video. Folks, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you soon, take care, and bye.